Remember the quote, fair coverage, that the mainstream media last week gave to the Tea Parties? I'm sure you saw this confrontation between CNN reporter Susan Rosejen and a Tea Party protester in Chicago. Here it is.
Lincoln's primary thing was he believed that people had the right to liberty and they had the right...
Sir, what does this have to do with taxes? What does this have to do with your taxes? Do you realize that you're eligible for a $400 credit?
Finish my point.
Why talk about history? Don't you know there's free money? Grab some. Well, what happened after the CNN camera stopped rolling?
You know what? You are not talking to regular mainstream people. You picked people to talk to.
That's right. That's right.
I don't have a sign. You're not talking to him. You didn't talk to him. He doesn't have a sign.
Why don't you tell me why you're here?
We're here because we are sick and tired of the government taking our money and spending it in ways that we have no say in. We have no say whatsoever. The government is being run by the Federal Reserve Bank, and they are getting all of our money. Our kids' money, our grandkids' money. It's not fair.
Somebody finally had the guts to stand up to some reporter from CNN, Chicago Tea Party protester. Kathy Barkulis is joining me now. Kathy, how are you?
Okay.
Going after the Fed, huh? It makes you one of those whack jobs, you know. Kathy, she said to you, you said, why did you go after that guy? And she said, well, because he was holding a crazy sign. What was the sign that she was referring to? Do you know?
He compared Obama to Hitler. And he had a picture of Obama with a Gestapo uniform on. And, you know, I don't advocate that. I think it's ridiculous.
And let me tell you something.
It makes everybody look bad.
She is very, very consistent, because whenever there is some sort of protest and somebody compares the President of the United States with Hitler, she is all over it. I want to show, you know, this is weird. The media didn't show this. Here's this reporter on CNN when she covered another rally when Bush was in office. Watch.
Catholic schoolgirls marched on Jackson Square. They and their teachers say more money is needed to fix the levees, and they hope the president would stop by after his meeting with business leaders. But while a lookalike showed up with a wad of cash, Mr. Bush did not.
He was a lookalike, and look, he had the little Hitler mustache. You know what? I bet she thought he was just portraying Charlie Chaplin and not Adolf Hitler. Kathy, does this kind of stuff surprise you when you were in the crowd? Because you were really, I mean, you were like, come on, you want a piece of me? Did this surprise you when you saw this?
No, but I was determined that I was going to confront her on it because, I mean, everybody knows that the media is biased, and we see what goes on every day on all different networks and in newspapers, and I just felt like it was so blatant to all of us who were around there that I just wasn't going to let her away with it.
Janine Garofalo.
I mean, I figured that...
No, go ahead.
I figured the cameras were off already, so I could just say whatever I wanted, you know, and I did.
Janine Garofalo was on TV the other night, and she said that the people at these tea parties, they only hate, they're only racist. So I guess, Kathy, the logical question for you is, why do you hate black people so much?
Oh my God, I can't believe
No, seriously, because that could be the only possible reason. You did that Fed thing, but that's crazy town.
Do we really care what Janine Garofalo says? Do we really give her much credibility? I don't.
She's from Hollywood.
I liked her movie.
Yes.
I liked her movie about the dogs and the cats. I thought she was great in that movie. But
see that
you know,
movie,
Janine Garofalo. I mean, she was in a format on MSNBC. That's what they do. That's what they do.
Be smart.
The only racism that I see is racism against black conservatives. That's where I see race, and it's coming from the left. So
well,
for her to talk
sure, there's an awful lot of evidence. You just talk to any African American that is a conservative, and they'll, you know, reams of evidence of that. But let's not talk about that, because that just shows your non-racism is showing how racist you really are here. The $100 million cuts yesterday. I actually heard, Kathy, somebody say, see, he's responding to the Tea Parties. Did you think, wow, thank you, Barack Obama, $100 million? Or was that a slap across your face?
I just said, what do you think we are, stupid? Do you really think anybody believes that? But you know, I mean, this is just typical for Washington in general and for politicians in general. Barack Obama is a politician first and foremost. His people are politicians, and everybody in Washington, that's what they do. They treat us like children. They treat us like we're stupid. You know, they came out and told us that the sky was falling, and if they didn't give the TARP money, and if they didn't bail out the banks, that the sky was going to fall, and nobody in Congress questioned them. They kind of went along with it.
Kathy, who was president when they were telling us those things?
Bush.
Why do you,
know,
hate the white... Okay, I don't have a question on that one then, Kathy. You just must be consistent, and that's what the media can't understand. Thank you very much. I appreciate your passion, and thanks so much for being on the program. Now,